Tell us how y'all doing today. Well, baby, if you are Royce from Basketball Wives, I know you laughing right now, just eating your rice, laughing to yourself. Your ne'er-do-well baby's father, Dwight Howard, has finally got his reckoning. Baby, he's saying he's innocent, but there are text messages that just surface that say different. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Dwight Howard is in a whole lot of trouble. He is, and again, this is no laughing matter if these accusations can be believed, but he is being accused of a number of things. Let me just pull up the list because it's a lot. Okay, I found it. They said Dwight Howard admitted to meeting a man on Instagram to hook up, but he denies that that man, was assaulted or forced into a three-way. He claimed the accuser has made false allegations after the ex-NBA star blocked him on Instagram post-hookup. Now, if he blocked you, I mean, something happened. Listen, here's the funny thing. These rumors have long been circulating around about Dwight Howard. And Dwight Howard is an absolutely horrible human being, in my opinion. Go Google. I'm not getting into his sins and crimes. I don't feel like getting demonetized, but that's my opinion. Here's the thing, right? Text messages have surfaced, and they are saying that these text messages are verified. So we're going to go through this, but let me give you some background. Dwight Howard's lexical assault. Yes, I'm not getting demonetized for this. Lexical assault accuser, right? Lexical rhymes with S. Submitted a series of alleged text messages he received from the ex-NBA star as evidence in his bombshell lawsuit. Radar Online, because they always doing something, has obtained the alleged messages exchanged between Dwight and his accuser, Stephen Harper. Let him be named. As we first reported, this is Radar, early this year, Harper sued Dwight for alleged assault, battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and false imprisonment. All I heard was cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Now, Stephen Harper said he met Dwight on Instagram in May 2021. He said the two talked for months before he met up for a hookup at Dwight's home on July 19th, 2021. Dwight, why don't you just pay this mofo off? Harper said the two started kissing before Dwight eventually bought out a man, I'm reading this real time, dressed as a woman. The man called himself Kitty. Kitty, kitty, bang, bang, kitty, kitty. Oh, sorry. In his lawsuit, Dwight claimed Howard demanded they have a three-way, which made Stephen Harper super uncomfortable. It made me too. We sit up there kissing and hugging and loving, and then somebody comes out like they're like a surprise contestant on The Bachelor. What is this, right? Harper claimed Dwight demanded they have a three-way, which made him uncomfortable. On the night in question, Stephen Harper claimed Dwight performed on him without consent, and then later forced him to perform the act on him. Now, here's the funny thing. I could make light of this because there's nothing funny about S.A., no matter who does it. But I find what he's claiming already, depending on what I've already predicated on what I've heard about Dwight, I find this really, really credible. I really do. Now, they're saying as he first reported, Dwight responded to the allegations this week. The NBA star admitted exchanging actual messages with Stephen Harper after meeting on Instagram. However, he denied that Harper was forced into a three-way or SA. He said Harper came over for a hookup and was aware that Kitty would be present. Now, here's the funny thing, Dwight. If he was aware Kitty would be present, there would be some text messages showing that. Because how else? There would be some phone records, right? A phone call in between instead of just all text messages. So you should be able to easily prove this. But the guy has lawyered up. Now, one of the odd things that Dwight said, the guy said that Dwight told him was, and I thought this was the oddest thing, that don't get things twisted. I'm not GA I'm not in Alphabet City. I don't want to get demonetized. I know if somebody told you that should have let you know what type of, sorry, let me move this. That should have let you know what type of dumb time he was on. That's like me going over to some ninja's house to do the hokey pokey and turn it all around. And the person looks at me and says, but don't get it twisted. I'm not into women. Sir, the dissonance that should have let you know that this fool wasn't in his right mind and he was on some demon time. You telling the person that you're doing the hokey pokey, turn it around with, that you're not into, don't get it twisted, I'm not into men. That's like somebody saying, don't get it twisted, I'm not into women. Okay, you sure? You sure about that? Anyway, he denied forcing himself on Harper. His lawyer wrote, the three agreed to touch one another and to engage in consensual sexual activity. Howard has demanded the entire lawsuit be thrown out of court. In the evidence submitted to the court, and this is the funny part, in the evidence submitted to the court, the first screenshot showed Harper sending Howard his cell phone number via a direct message on Instagram. Harper, when are these mofos going to learn? Stop communicating on Instagram. Stop communicating on Snapchat. Whatever. Stephen Harper claimed Dwight texted him a few minutes later with a devil emoji. Things immediately turned sexual, with Harper telling Howard he was about to shower in a few, which led to Dwight Howard sending a series of side-eye emojis. That's not side-eye. That's look like, ooh, side-eye. That's not side-eye. It's like, anyway, Stephen Harper replied, I got you, with a tongue emoji. The two continued talking, and eventually Howard asked for photos. Harper said, I got you, Poppy. Also, what are you into? You like freaky-ish? The alleged text, Howard said, yes, I'm into freaky-ish. Now, I want you to know, I'm not like gay or anything. I'm just a little nasty sometimes. You're telling this to a man that you are actively trying to seduce. Y'all stop. That's like literally, I'm not into women. Okay, right? I don't want to offend you. Stephen Harper replied, yes, and I understand, sexy. We grown. I'm not offended at all. You know, that actually makes me sad for people that are not straight, right? Because like the disrespect that who you are is so not accepted that somebody can tell you. That's like somebody coming over and telling me, yo, I'm not into, just to let you know, I'm not into black girls. And because that disrespect is so rampant and so many people think like that, you got to be like, yeah, I understand. You're not offended. That's sad. And that makes me sad for this guy. And another message, Stephen Harper asks Howard, what's up, sexy, after being sent a devil emoji. The alleged text showed Dwight telling Stephen, thinking about that meat. Stephen told Howard, you trouble, to which Howard replied, LOL, oops, I won it. Harper asked him when, and Stephen said, Harper asked him when, and Dwight said, now. Stephen Harper claimed he then took an Uber to Howard's home where the alleged incident took place. The case is ongoing. Y'all, Dwight, texting somebody you want that when you got meat standing there around the corner, but they were waiting for the secret reveal. Literally, that was on some deal or no deal. The way probably the third person walked out, ta-ta-da, I know he was like, what is going on? But all jokes aside, I don't want to make light of the fact that if you've heard about things with Dwight, this sounds credible. I hope that Dwight actually has to pay for this. Dwight also faces a lawsuit brought by his neighbor who claimed they were injured after driving into one of the cows in the street. And he recently settled a separate lawsuit filed by his ex-butler. What was that lawsuit about? It better not been for anything. Oh, he accused his ex-butler of saying he stole a $250K ring. And I guess he found the ring. Listen, once trash, all's trash. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.